Redditors, what is your earliest memory?
I was in my crib and my brother was talking to me, but I couldn't speak well enough to understand him. I remember being mad because he could climb in and out of the crib and I couldn't.
Me picking my nose, looking around and not finding anything to wipe it with, and then sticking the booger back in. My dad watched the whole thing. He laughed.
What are some lesser-known secondary uses for an everyday product?
Add salt to your hand wash to get gasoline smell off. Love, Dad.
Clear nail polish. Prevents skin going green from brass. Permanently stop fabric from fraying. Same goes with yarn seal paint. The $2 quick dry stuff is the best for me.
Shaving foam reduces / stops misting on bathroom mirrors and car windows.
Clean mascara wands are used in animal shelters to soothe the animals by brushing, and to remove fly eggs and larvae from fur.
People who need to vent and don't want to bother their friends and family, what's wrong?
I have a lot of friends but feel so lonely. I don't know who my true friends are and who I really am. I'm always angry for some reason, but I realized I'm just mad at myself. BC, after all, I don't really like myself even if I try to act like it.
How do you feel about the federal smoking age being raised to 21 nationwide effective summer 2020?
Sounds really shitty for anyone who is 18-20 that currently smokes.
I absolutely detest smoking and lost my dad to lung cancer. I still think raising the age is ridiculous and unfair. If someone can die for our country, I think they should be able to smoke a cigarette and drink a beer.
I'd rather they lower the drinking age to 18.
Prohibition just drives black market demand. How haven't these old fucks running legislation figured that out?
People who use Incognito Mode on your web browser for reasons other than porn, what are those reasons?
Really fucking weird question that I'm too embarrassed to have on my search history.
Bypass having to subscribe to read articles.
I want to see results of things without previous searches impacting my search.
Usually, to ask a stupid question I should know the answer to at my age, but don't want anyone to know I had to Google it to find out.
Testing HTML at work.
Being signed into multiple email accounts. I use Incognito on my phone because I like the dark outlines better than the white.
What's a fast way to see if the person you are talking to is intelligent?
Smart people ask questions. They are able to identify gaps in their own knowledge, and formulate questions to fill those gaps. I guess it's a practical application that's saying that smart people know how much they don't know.
Say stupid says what real fast. If they say what, they deaf dumb.
Smart people do stupid things too.
A big giveaway is if they think before they speak and if they can reason things out from a point of view that differs from their own.
With the decade ending, what is a positive development since 2010 that everyone should know about?
After a near extinction, the humpback whale population has increased to 25,000, which is free whaling numbers. Source: both voyagers have left the area dominated by the sun's influence, and are still, barely, operational. Meaning, humanity has created multiple working interstellar spacecraft.
Rhino populations have had a 41% increase in this decade.
Several large child abuse forums got busted.
Massive increases in computing power, both through the Core Wars circa 2017 and general purpose GPU that became big with CUDA circa 2012, have advanced science, mathematics, visual effects, and gaming.
LED light bulbs.
Discovery of thousands of exoplanets. including hundreds of star systems with multiple planets like our own.
What was the worst dating experience you've had and why?
Met a lovely girl over Tinder, we really hit it off and had a great conversation, decided to meet in person for coffee the next day. She showed up on time, looked just like her pictures and brought her boyfriend. I went on a Tinder date that ended in me leaving because his friends showed up at his place with a stolen goat. They wanted to kill it and try to get in touch with the spirit world. I wish I was kidding.
Everybody talks about what millennials have killed, but what was killed by other generations?
There was probably a generation of hunting cavemen who killed the last mammoths.
The housing market.
The environment.
Mostly each other, in continuous warfare. The generation before the greatest generation killed and ate every last passenger pigeon in America.
Video killed the radio star. Dodos.
People of Reddit, what quote gives you chills?
The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. H.P. Lovecraft. If I am worth anything later, I am worth something now. For wheat is wheat, even if people think it is a grass in the beginning. Vincent van Gogh.
They couldn't hit an elephant at the SUS, last words of Major General John Sedgwick. He, indeed, got shot by a sniper. Two possibilities exist, either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. If you want to build a ship, don't drum up the men to gather wood, divide the work and give orders. Instead, teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea.
The forest was shrinking, but the trees kept voting for the axe. For the axe was clever and convinced the trees that because his handle was wood, he was one of them. West Asian fable.
War is where the young and stupid are tricked by the old and bitter into killing each other. Nico Bellic.